You don't need the name followed by the D or R following the name to know if they're a Democrat or Republican. All you have to do is look at their behavior, the way they talk to William Barr, and what happens throughout those 5 minutes. The Republican asks a question and allows him to answer. Isn't that the whole point of asking a question? Because you want to know the answer. Now, remember I mentioned about the Garden of Eden, and that God asks the man and the woman, did you do what you were not supposed to do? And even though God knew the answer, God wanted to see how they answer the question. So, as a basic part of communication, basic element of communication is listening. God gave you 2 ears. You know why God gave you 2 ears instead of one? Because one ear is for listening, the other ear is for listening to the extent of understanding. Now, that's according to the Jewish tradition. Well, not really. This is what I say. That God gave us 2 ears because God felt one ear is not enough. Because you have to listen to the extent of understanding. And they gave you one mouth. God gave us one mouth. Because speaking is not as important as listening. That's why there are 2 ears and 2 eyes. Because vision is also very important. So we need 2 eyes. Okay? One eye is not enough. One eye is not enough. We need 2 eyes to see. Because sometimes we don't see what is in front of us. We don't see what is obvious. And one eye does the seeing, the other eye double checks it. Is that what you saw? Let me double check that. And so one eye confirms what I see, the other eye confirms what you saw. The same thing with the 2 ears. God didn't give us one ear, God gave us 2 ears. One is for listening, but the other one is listening to the extent of understanding. The one mouth, because speaking is not as important as listening. And that's what I learned in communication. Excuse me. That the most important aspect of communication is listening to understand. If you don't understand what you listen to, then it would be as if they didn't speak at all. So, the Republican knows I have a question, I need an answer, which is why you ask questions. You ask questions when you're about to start a job. You ask questions to your parents about things you want to know. You ask questions to your teacher. You ask questions. You always ask questions to things you do not know. So Republicans understand what we do when we ask questions and why we ask questions. We ask questions to things we want to know the answers to. Basic, common sense. We ask questions because we want to know the answers. Also, we ask questions to get a handle on what the person we're speaking to understands. And will that person, or how that person understands, and because I might have a different understanding than you would. So we might listen to the same record. We might watch the same movie. We might watch the same TV show. We may watch the same political event, but each of us takes away something different because we're all different. So the Republican asks questions and lets Barr or whomever answer the question. Democrats, on the other hand, they don't want to know the answer to a question. In fact, for a good 4 minutes, they're doing nothing but talk. Yap, 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 yap. Talk, 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 talk. And I was listening, I was listening to when the Democrats were asking Barr. And I'm saying, okay, I'm waiting for a question. Okay, your 5 minutes is almost up, you know. Yeah. Are you going to ask a question? Timer's running out. Are you going to ask your question? Why are you even bothering talking to the man if you're not going to ask the question? Why are you even bothering? And then about 4:30, 30 seconds left, they ask the question. It's like, finally they ask their question. And then Barr starts to answer. And just as Barr was in the middle of answering, they say, I'm short on time. My time is limited. Well, excuse me, whose fault is that? You yapped, you yap like a chicken, like a bunch of hens. You were yap for 4 minutes. So if that Barr's fault, why are you pitting it on him? Why are you bitching at him? Oh, my time is limited. Well, excuse me, but you had the time and you misused the time and you abused your time by doing nothing but yap. Okay, whose fault is that your time is limited? And then, as he's still trying to answer, she says, I yield my time. Well, excuse me, you wasted our time. You say your time is limited. And then you yield your time when he's trying to answer your question, ma'am, or your question, sir. And then, oh, I yield my time. Well, thank you very much. But guess what? You wasted our time. If you didn't have a question, then shut your trap. If you're going to do nothing but grandstanding and and saying a whole bunch of non-truths and lies, you know, I wasted 5 minutes of my time watching you and listening to you. Do I get my 5 minutes back? 5 minutes that I wasted listening to you yap, 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 yap. You know. Do I get my 5 minutes back? Because you wasted my 5 minutes. I was hoping there would be something productive, but apparently not, since you chose to spend your 5 minutes just yapping nonsensically, and then with 1 minute remaining, you finally get to answer your question, and then when he starts to answer, you say, my time is limited, my time is limited. Well, you can shut up, okay, and let him answer your question. You know what? You know why your time is limited? Because you're wasting time saying my time is limited. Hello? Hello, anybody home? No connecting brain cells, I swear. No connecting brain cells. None. They waste time saying my time is limited. If your time is limited, wouldn't it make sense to utilize that time by letting him answer instead of wasting time saying my time is limited, my time is limited, my time is limited? Guess what? You wasted 5 seconds repeating over and over, my time is limited. Oh, that's 10 seconds you wasted saying over and over again, my time is limited, my time is limited. You know what? That's a waste of 10 seconds. If you valued your time so much that you begged, my time is limited. Oh my God, my time is limited. Oh no. Well, then shut up. Duh. That's the difference between Democrats and Republicans. Republicans best utilize their time. I don't know. Republicans best utilize their time by asking questions, letting them answer, and then say, okay, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Thank you for making that clear. Thank you for resolving a misunderstanding. That's all part of what communication is. But if you're going to just yap for 4 minutes and for the next 30 seconds repeat over and over again, my time is limited, my time is limited, my time is limited, and then say, oh, I retract my time. I yield my time. So you waste 30 seconds saying my time is limited, and then you forfeit the remaining 30 seconds. Now, how productive was that? And yet, guess what? You never got your answer to your question because you were busy saying over and over again, my time is limited, and then you yield your time. So that was a very unproductive 5 minutes because you obviously had a question, or else you would not have opened your mouth. Okay. So that's the difference between Republicans and Democrats. Republicans use their time wisely, and Democrats waste it. Republicans ask questions and listen to the answer. Democrats talk for 4 minutes. For 10 seconds, ask their question. And for the remainder of their minute, do not listen to the answer. That's the difference. So if ever you guys watch these very boring and frustrating hearings, they're boring because it's like broken record and talk. It's all a lot of talk about nothing. And it's frustrating because will you let the man talk? Will you please let the man answer your question? Why are you there if you're not going to let the man answer your question, which you obviously want an answer to, or else you wouldn't have asked the question in the first place? Hello? Now, I may not be the smartest man in the world, but I think I know a little bit of cause and effect and common sense here. You know. Anyway. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was going on for 20 minutes. Oh, God. Here's what happens when you're cooped up in bed, you know. So, anyway. Anyway, I'm going to see about getting therapy in here and work on my legs so they're strong enough that I'll be able to stand again and walk again and leave the room. Okay, guys. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. And, I'm just... okay. Anyhow, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening in. I'll see you guys later. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.